Well, Jim, congratulations, through to the next round of the FA Cup and an object lesson in how to defend a lead today. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, we were forced to defend the lead. I would have preferred if we had a little bit more threat. But we looked like we stayed strong on the defensive side, but we looked a bit weak on the attacking side, and we couldn't get the techniques. The tiredness was creeping in. But the lads at the back had to stick to the task, and so in a sense it was the resilience that paid off in the end. But at least we put ourselves in a position with the first half performance to actually be ahead and have something to hold on to.
I mean, 2 fantastic goals, but we've got to talk about John Rooney's strike from inside his own half, and when he's let that go, as soon as he hit it, you thought that could well be in.
Yeah, I was one of them. John's got that moment in him, like I said, and if this is on Match of the Day tonight, that will be one that they'll show over and over again. And like I said, it set a real good tone for us. But we have this saying about, I think we've got it plastered in the change room. It's been a mantra for us for quite a while, that talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships. But I think today you've seen the talent, but you also seen with the second goal the teamwork and the intelligence to exploit a weakness and to find a way of getting a goal from the way that the overall game. I mean, those moments you can't predict. We've talked about having a core and having creativity. The core work today and the creativity.
As well as that, tactically, I thought it was a masterclass today, because you changed your formation a few times during the game, and I thought Jordan Keane man-marking Ollie Rathbone in the early stage of the second half, I mean, that really quelled them completely.
Well, they play a really good brand of football. All the stuff that I've talked to our lads about, the inverted wingers, the Milan rotation where the number 8 drops down alongside the centre halves, and they play off the areas where players don't want to go. Fullbacks get really high. I mean, even at some point where the number 3 was running down the middle to allow 8 room. So we had lots of challenges, and we had some potential solutions, such as you can either man mark, or you can play very strong zonal principles and man mark in your area. And there was a few grey areas where they got some chances, especially for their goal, and a couple of other where Ben had to make some brilliant saves, or brave saves. But yeah, like I said, people might pat me on the back for tactics or a masterclass, but you don't get that unless the players put in a sheer effort. I always say to them, after a game like today, how do you feel physically? And they're shattered. And how do you feel emotionally on a high? And I said often you don't get one without the other. Unless you put in a real shift and work every ounce of your effort, you don't get that kind of result.
You talk about players being shattered, one of those must be Alex Reid. I mean, the running he's done, because defending starts from the front, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, we said that. We said before the game that we defend from the front and we play from the back. And but we expected it to be difficult for Alex to stop them coming out as they sort of expanded. And against really good players, you can't go chasing and expect them to put them under pressure that they'll give the ball away. I think the shout that I constantly heard from their bench was play everywhere. So they're always going to play their way out the back. So we have to pick our moments to press. I thought we were really good when we sat in, consolidated, and then played on the counter or the transitional counter. But yeah, he'll be tired. Kitchen's only come back, and he went through a tired period, but then showed really good strength at the back post at left back. We were able to introduce a few other players to help us. But yeah, really, really pleased for the lads, because, like you said, they put in a real shift, and it's for other people to judge whether we deserve to win, but we certainly got the maximum out of the game, and I'm really pleased for all the efforts and the intelligence and tactics that they applied today. But yeah, really pleased.
In terms of the stats, I mean, more shots, more attempts on goal, more corners than Rochdale, so maybe the stats will back that up today. John Rooney came off, didn't look too happy about it, but I'm sure he understands it was a defensive move, bringing on a holding midfield.
Yeah, look, I did look. He's also an extremely important player for us, and when you're on the back foot and they're piling the pressure on you, you've got a talented footballing midfielder having to track people into his box or chase people. So. Yeah, he's never happy. He's never going to be happy taking off. But you've sort of got to understand from our context. I think what was happening was that they were trying to apply the principles of man-to-man marking, but then Adam Thomas is having to run with the 3 down the centre-forward position, and then John's having to come out to the wing area. And that's commendable, sticking to the script. But I thought that they could have played a shape and absorbed the runners. And I thought that if the 3 keeps making that run, it's going to be either hard for Adam and for John. So because Adam was giving us an outlet, I thought Lois coming in just sort of made the block a little bit more solid and took away that effort, because I always felt that the most dangerous thing for them wasn't really the 8 or the 3, but it was that cross coming in and that little breaking ball on the edge where they get the half chances. That's what I've seen in most of the goals. So it was just a tactical swap, and also an opportunity to preserve one of our most important players.
Produce some fireworks today. Second round, most predictable question today. Who do you fancy?
Well, Alex Reid wants Aston Villa, and I said, you don't understand this round. I'll say to you, you've got to get to 40 to get to 20, and those 20 earn the right for those games. But look, I'd love to be at home against a big side, so that we have the atmosphere. But without fans, we don't mind. A beautiful place to come and play football. Look, after the journey we've had to this point, I'm just absolutely delighted we're still in the cup, and we've got an opportunity now. We're one game away from that real opportunity to play those type of games. But yeah, the hard work starts. We'll see what the draw brings on Monday, but we've just dust ourselves down now. We've got a huge game on Wednesday, live on TV, and then a massive game on Saturday. So focus goes back on that, and getting back to winning ways and picking up those points, and putting the pressure on Torquay and keeping ourselves on the front foot in the league.
You're in the second round. Well done.
Thanks so much.